What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live top of this upcoming DraftKings 11 gamer for NBA DFS. I'm doing this video early because I work tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So, like I said, I wanted to get this out early for y'all. You can watch it tonight, rewatch it tomorrow, so on and so forth. Before we begin, like usual, go follow my Twitter. Hit the like button for me. Also here, subscribe my YouTube channel. As y'all can tell in all caps, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm pushing to a 300. Definitely, it helps me out if y'all get me there. I cannot wait for that. Like I said, always hit the like button for me. Always follow me on Twitter, Instagram, so on and so forth. This is the usual things to do. So, like I said, this is 11 gamer for NBA DFS for 329. Thank y'all for tuning into this video, and let's dig in. So, Indiana, Washington, huge 11 gamer. So, I'm going to try to quickly go through these games because it's a huge slate. I hate these 11 gamers. I know they're oversized in my opinion. I'd much rather do 8 to 9 games or 3 to 4 gamers, but it's still a slate. We still have NBA, so what can go wrong? So, Indiana and Washington on the Indiana side. Great matchup for them, obviously. You can give me some Miles Turner. You can give me some Harris LeVert and Brogdon, even though they're the same price at 7,000. It's a coin flip between the two. LeVert has been on fire recently, but we know Brogdon has an upside. Sabonis is obviously in a great matchup, so you can get to him if you shall get to him. Washington, not much I want on this team. Rui Hachimura at 5'9". He's stealing the minutes. The minutes are guaranteed for him. Over 30 minutes. Bradley Beal, just watch the injury with him. We know that he can sit out this game. So definitely just stay on the lookout for that. Russell Westbrook at 11,000. He's one of the top spin-up options, in my opinion. If you get to him, you can get to him. If you don't, I don't blame you because of the price tag, but he's definitely in play. New Orleans and Boston. On New Orleans. So for me, Zion Williamson definitely in play. This matchup, though, is kind of iffy in my opinion. I think Lonzo Ball is going to sit out once again for this game. So definitely just kind of be wary of that for NAW at 5,800 because he could be basically just out of the rotation. So we need to wait and see what happens with Lonzo Ball for NAW and Josh Hart. Eric Bledsoe at 4.8. The price tag is low on him, of course, but I'm not really getting to him. Brandon Ingram, he's been a bum lately. It's hard to get to him recently. I'm much rather go Zion. Boston, Evan Fournier, if he plays at 6,500, I don't mind the price tag for him whatsoever. Tristan Thompson, still give me some Robert Williams at 6'7". I know the this matchup is a high paced, so I definitely like me some Robert Williams. Kemba Walker, much rather get to Evan Fournier, who I know has upside also, similar to Kemba. Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, I'll take the upside in Jaylen Brown any day of the week over Jason Tatum, which I know that's surprising to a lot of people. Minnesota and Brooklyn. On the Minnesota side, Malik Beasley. So we know he came back. Saw 30 minutes. He put up decent points. The shot, the three-pointer was iffy. The field goal, he shot a ton, fit 17 attempts, but it just wasn't falling for him. But he still got you there. If you played him, I don't mind him at 7,300 or at 6,700, my bad. Anthony Edwards, looking at him, he still shot the ball a ton, 22 attempts, 38 points, fantasy points. I like that for Anthony Edwards. I like that for Karl-Anthony Towns in a great matchup. On Brooklyn, James Harden and Kyrie, if they're both in play, Kyrie's coming back, so just watch the minutes limit with him. There shouldn't be any minutes limit because, of course, it was a personal reason. It was family matters. It wasn't an injury. But James Harden at 10-9 is kind of hard to get to now because Kyrie Irving's back. Much rather go Kyrie. Joe Harris not really for me. I'm not getting much else on this team with both guys healthy. On Miami and New York, onto Miami. So Oladipo is still out. We need to watch and see what happens with that situation. No Kendrick Nunn. So that kind of throws us into a loop now. Do you go to Hurt Goran Dragic, who is probable for this game? I would go Goran Dragic in this game for sure because I like him here. I like Tyler Hero here at 5'8". Bam Adebayo, tough division matchup, and so is Jimmy Butler. I'm kind of off of those two studs. Trevor Ariza has been recently doing quite well. He's shooting the ball extremely well, 41 points for them. That's crazy in my opinion, but I'm not getting into him. So on New York, this team is hard to judge. So just watch and see what happens with Julius Randle. No Mitch Rob now. So give me Nerlens Noel back to his normal role. I like him at 4'8". With no Mitch Rob, I feel bad for him though, man. Mitch Rob, he's just continues to get injured. I feel bad. Quigley, Derrick Rose, not really for me. No RJ Barrett for me. Julius Randle's questionable. I'm kind of off of him in this matchup. Toronto and Detroit. On Toronto, VanVleet was kind of a down play tonight. I played him, and it wasn't going well for me. Pascal Siakam looked good, though. I like him here in this matchup, but Kyle Lowry is questionable. So if he's out once again, we'll go to OG Anunoby, who I definitely like in this matchup. Gary Trent, the shot is just not falling for him. So it's hard to get to him. On Detroit, Jeremiah Grant's questionable. So we need to wait and see what happens with him. If he's out and already Dennis Smith Jr. is out, I wouldn't mind getting me some Sadiq Bey here at 5'7". He's the only guy I want, though, really. Everybody else is kind of meh, in my opinion. Memphis and Houston on the Memphis side of the ball. Joe Bell, 7'7". Good matchup for him. He can get you there at 7'7". Jay Morant's way too inconsistent for me, but the matchup's okay. Like him at 7'5". Grayson Allen, like I normally tout up, 4'6". I know I always tout him up, but it's just the minutes for me. 24, 29, 26, and he's getting you there. 30, 27, 25. So I don't mind going to him. Houston, Christian Wood is questionable, so we need to watch and see what happens with him. If, in fact, he's out, I'll get all of John Wall. I like him here at 8'3". Kevin Porter Jr. would be in play also as a secondary guy. Kelly Olynyk would be definitely in play if there's no Christian Wood, who would see great minutes. He looked good tonight, so or not tonight, but yesterday. So if you want to get to him, you can certainly get to some Kelly. Moving on to the next game in Dallas and OKC. So on the OKC side, so still no SGA. Al Horford is out, not with the team anymore. So Lucas Dort and Bazley is questionable. I want all Moses Brown. He's on a great contract, multi-year contract for staying with the team. I like him. What a story with him. I like me some Theo Maledon. I like me some Ty Jerome still. The reason why I like Ty Jerome is he's just going to get you the minutes. But then again, be careful if the shot's not going to fall. I'd much rather go to Theo Maledon or Poku. On Dallas, y'all know how it goes with Dallas. Luka and Porzingis, if one of those guys are out, you know who to go to. And Tim Hardaway and Jalen Brunson. But both guys should be healthy. So give me only Luka and give me only Porzingis here. On the Kings and Spurs, looking at the Kings, high-paced matchup like usual. Still no Bagley, so De'Aaron Fox, like usual, if you want to pay up for him, you can certainly get to him. Rashawn Holmes, as long as he doesn't foul out. Harrison Barnes shot the game winner, but I'm much rather go Buddy Hield here. On the Spurs, it's hard to get to much of this team. There's not a lot I want on this team. Derek White has been inconsistent as can be this season also. At 37 points, though, he's been on the uprise. So at 5'9", if you want to take a risky chance on him, you can certainly go to him. DeJounte Murray, I'm much rather go over DeRozan based on the other side. Looking at the rest of the guys on Cleveland and Utah, so no Jared Allen. So what does that mean for the big man? So that's what we need to figure out. So how are they going to run this line with no Jared Allen? I like Colin Sexton here at 7'4". The matchup I know isn't in his favor, but at 7'4", he can definitely get you there. I love him here. I love Darian Nance. He can certainly get you there at his rate. I like him at 7,000. Darius Garland a little bit. Give me some Dean Wade, who has looked good recently. I like his upside at 28 points. Definitely give me some Dean Wade at 4,800. He's a value play. On Utah, so Mike Conley is questionable. If he's out, give me all Jordan Clarkson, give me all Joe Ingles, but he should be in fact playing. So I might just go right back to Mike Conley because it was just rest management. To Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. I love Rudy Gobert here in this matchup. He should smash, and so should Donovan Mitchell. But I love me some Rudy Gobert. Chicago and Golden State. Nikolai Vucevic, new man, new team. So he looked quite decent in his play on his team with Chicago. So Nikolai Vucevic is in play. Maybe some Zach LaVine if he's not questionable. I mean, like I said, Vooch looked good. Thad Young, not really for me. Daniel Tice is questionable, so we need to wait and see what happens with that situation. The rest of the guys are just meh. Golden State. So Steph Curry might be in play. We need to wait and see what happens with Steph Curry because they were saying that he's been practicing, so we need to see what happens with that situation if, in fact, he does play. Because that could take away from Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. So this team is kind of a wait-and-see approach. Milwaukee and Clippers. So looking at Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's in play now. I love his spin up here in this matchup. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday are just, man, in my opinion, no DiVincenzo for me, really. Bobby Portis is out, so you can get to some Brook Lopez at 5'4". On the Clippers, still no Ibaka, still no Bap, and still no Rondo. So it's Kawhi Leonard and Paul George for me mainly. Maybe some Marcus Morris, maybe some Izaka Zubac. But that pretty much wraps up the slate for us, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in like usual, and have a great and safe rest of your night. Have a good one, everybody.